Yeah, so we'll start right here on lip trill. Okay.
Okay.
Now do siren on E.
Yee.
Good. Do that again.
Yee.
Excellent. And one more time.
Yee.
Awesome. Now let's do 5 notes on A. Okay. Now let's continue on from right here. Good. Beautiful. Okay, good. So, yeah, remember on your offsets. So, leading up to
Yeah.
that, your offsets were a little like this. Like, like that, right? So, we want to support into the offset so that we can have a
Yeah.
clean offset, okay? Like that, and not like that, okay? Try that again right here. Good. Good. Yeah, still.
Yep.
Yeah, that's I support into it, and then I just kind of let it cleanly go. Like that. Okay. Try it right here. Yeah, still a little. Right. So the reason why I harp on this is because as we go up higher, if there is an extra amount of breath pressure on the vocal cords, it's going to make it harder to get up to these upper register notes, right?
Mhm.
So we want to make your life as easy as possible. Okay, so as we go up into the passaggio and above, we want to make sure that there's no excess air on the vocal cords as we go, and especially into the offset. Okay. Okay. So I think we're right here on F sharp. Good. There you go. Beautiful. Good. Good. One more.
Maybe go grab some water here in a
Yep.
second.
Yep, for sure. Yep. Get a drink of water real quick.
Let me go get some water.
Yeah, for sure.
Do that
Good,
one more
good.
time.
Yeah, let's try that.
You don't mind?
Let's try the B one more time. Let's try it right
Yeah.
here.
Okay.
And here. Good. Now let's do na exercise, descending siren. Okay, so we'll start this on F, going na. Okay, try that.
No.
Good.
No. No.
Beautiful.
No.
Yeah, let go of the weight.
No. Let's do that.
No! 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 Right? Super. And not. No! No! Okay, try that for me.
No. 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 Oh my gosh. I don't know why.
Yeah, instead of going like this, yeah, watch my face. I'm also doing a little bit of a smile, right? This is what Pavarotti does. He goes, instead of going, no, he goes, like this with his mouth. Instead of going, okay, try that for me. No!
No.
Yeah.
I can do it again.
Yeah. Plus, we want to focus the sound and not go, no! Try that again.
No.
Yeah. Now just don't sing. Yeah, just go like this. Watch. No! No!
No. No.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's right. Yep.
No.
And again right here. No!
No.
Exactly. So that's the sensation.
No.
Yep. There's no weight to it at all. Right?
Mm-hmm.
No! If I do that, it's just, I'm not bringing up a ton of weight. I'm not going, no! Right, like that. That's not going to work. No! Do that again.
No.
And right here. No!
No. No.
Exactly. That's exactly the sensation. Exactly. And then once I get that on C, then I go above that as well, right? So I go like this. No! Try it on C sharp. No!
No.
No!
Scratchy.
Yeah.
No.
And try D. No!
No.
No!
No.
Exactly. So it's much easier to just kind of touch it, right? Sustaining notes, the more you sustain a note, the harder it gets, right? And so when we do this kind of siren, we just touch it and then we get off it. Exactly. It's much easier to do, right? Exactly. We get the sensation right, and we remember that sensation. Then when we go to sustain it a little bit, we try to remember that same sensation and then try to hold on to it longer, right? So if I'm going like this, no, here's C, no, okay, try that again. Do it short, and then one long.
Too short?
Yeah,
Okay. No!
Bingo. Exactly. Okay. That's the way you need to do it. Okay, that's pretty sweet. Exactly. How does that feel?
Excuse me, easier, less pressure.
Yeah, exactly.
It's that gravel.
Exactly.
It almost feels like there's almost a little bit of falsetto in there, honestly.
It feels like that. Yeah, it feels like that, but it's not. A true falsetto would be, right? It's so dang high that it feels like, and it's in a different gear, that it feels like it's falsetto, or it could, like, it's not, like B and C and above feel like that. They feel like a different
Yep.
gear. They feel like a falsetto-ish kind of a
Yep.
sound, right? But it's a full voiced sound for sure. It's definitely not falsetto, right?
Mhm.
Falsetto would be, "Ah," and that's definitely not what you were singing. Okay, yeah, there's a big difference between full voiced and falsetto. I think that's one of the reasons why people get hung up on this high C is
Mhm.
because they're thinking, oh, I need to approach the high C like any other high note, like a high A or a high B flat. It should have that same sensation, but that's not the case. B and C feel like a different sensation, right? And so when you get up there, it feels like just like light and nothing
Mhm.
instead of no, right, trying to beef up the sound, bring up the weight, and the weight just bogs you down and you can't sing the high C.
Mhm.
Right, yep, exactly. Exactly. I've seen it 100 times. I've experienced it a million times. Okay. When I was young, I definitely didn't approach high C like this, but you
Yeah.
learn through experience, right?
Mhm.
You learn, and I've had to learn the hard way a lot. Okay. Good. Yeah. Let's do this. Um, non poiché va preso stanza. And do the high C. Okay, try that
Okay.
for me.
Poiché, poiché va presso stanza la speranza. Yeah.
Exactly.
It's like
Exactly.
I need to break through it, like set it. It's like almost every day I have to like find that high C again. Like
Exactly.
you're doing it wrong. Go find it
Mm,
again. So,
exactly. Exactly. So that was great. That was a
yeah,
great high
that felt
C.
really good.
Yeah,
That
that
felt
was
really
great. And then after doing the exercise on the gnaw exercise, the
good.
descending exercise, right? That kind of primes you to
Well,
get into this.
especially because where, I'll be rehearsing and I'll be like the high C is great,
Hmm.
but coming off of it sounds terrible because I've brought too much pressure to it. And then I
Exactly.
get raspy on the B, and it's like, why can't I hit the C but not the B? Is the way it kind of
Exactly.
feels sometimes.
Well, coming off of it is a B flat. And so the difference
Yeah,
between
exactly.
C and B flat, they're totally different gears, right? And
Mhm.
so you have to regulate the pressure when you come down so that you're not over blasting it, right? And especially when you come down to this E flat. So if you have too much pressure on this
Yeah, it
E
just
flat
blows.
coming down, it just blows out, right?
Yep.
So Pavarotti is a genius at this. He'll come down to the E flat and then he'll do a diminuendo on it. And it's
Yeah.
like, wow, that's impressive to have that much control over the voice to be able to diminuendo after singing high C, right?
Mhm.
Usually it's like people are putting it into sixth gear and they're full throttle on that C that when they come down, it's hard to take off and to do the back pressure and take the pressure off the vocal cords, right? So that's a really cool thing that he does that I try to do as well. Not always 100% successfully, but that is definitely, yeah. I've also struggled with that coming off of the high C onto the B flat and then down to the E flat. Very good, very good. Okay, let's. Now I think you're very primed to sing high C. Okay, now let's go on to our next exercise, which will be the E A ah on the 9 note scale. We'll do this right here. Okay, try that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Right. And as you
Cracks a
get
little
higher,
bit
do
there.
that same thing. Lighten
Yep.
up. Don't get too bogged down and get into that good positioning. Okay. Try it right here.
We do that
Good.
one again.
Yeah, for sure.
Let me get a good onset.
You're fine.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yep.
Try it again. Exactly. So sometimes I just, instead of being very strict with the individual pitches, I kind of just like let the pitches kind of like blend together and kind of like, it's almost like a siren exercise going up there,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, that same sensation going up through the passaggio and up to the B. Okay, let's do one more. Let's do this right here. Exactly. Pulling through it, it's like legato, like a siren going up to that high B or high C. Right. Very good. Excellent. Okay. Now let's do E A A O U on the 5-note scale. Let's get all the vowels lined up right here. Here we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. Excellent. Beautiful. Yeah, that one's a pain in the butt to do in the upper register, right? Especially on that.
How high was that?
That was A.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Very good, very good. So that's, the B flat and A are just always hard. But it just makes your life so much easier if you can do this if you can master this exercise
Oh, yeah.
up to A. Right. Very good. Now let's do staccato, legato, arpeggio. And we'll start this right here on C. Okay, here we go.
Excuse me.
Try that again. Here we go. Good. Okay. Now let us sing. Okay.
Hey. Is that all right?
Yeah, yeah. Sounds great. Okay, let's stop right there. Good. Not bad.
I suddenly choked right before the big B.
Yeah, the big B flat. Exactly. Yeah. Usually you get that beautifully. So let's.
I know.
Yeah, you.
I knew I wasn't going to. Like, even when I did the first key song, I was like, "Wow, okay, I screwed up there," and now I'm just dead.
Good.
Where do you want to start again?
Let's start on Aspetti, signorina, if you can.
Okay. Let me try. Regina, che faccio come primo. I didn't do the trill down.
Right.
Che
Good.
son.
Yeah, pause that for a second. Yeah, much better on the B flat. Okay.
I was just set. Like it threw me off. Like I don't know. I fell behind or something, so I wasn't
Yeah.
like I
Yeah,
wasn't
yep.
set in the diaphragm. And then
Exactly.
suddenly I was like, oh crap.
Yep, exactly. I know when you're with a live pianist, it's
Yeah,
easier. You have more leeway. But when you're
yeah,
singing with a recording, it's kind of like you're locked in, and if you get behind, then it kind of
yeah. And
throws
then
you
you're
off.
suddenly catching up, and yeah.
Exactly.
I'm used to singing with Peter now, so I've been
Exactly. He's
spoiled.
amazing. He
Yeah,
really is amazing.
makes you better.
It's a luxury for sure.
Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice. Okay, let's do it from Kison.
Okay.
Continuing on.
Let me back it up just a little bit here. Chi son, sono un poeta, che cosa faccio? Scrivo e come vivo, vivo.
Oh, good. Pause that for a second. So this is Puccini is a lot of rubato, give and
Yeah.
take in the rhythm, but this section right here has to be a little bit more strict. Okay, so let's do this section one more time and be a little bit more strict. We're in 3/4 here. Chi son tu, sono un poeta, che cosa faccio? Scrivo e come vivo, vivo. Okay, yeah.
I knew I was late on the scrivo.
Yeah, exactly. Let's try that again.
Okay. Chi son, sono un poeta, che cosa faccio? Scrivo e come vivo, vivo. In povertà mi allenta, scialo da gran signore, rimettini d'amore, per sogni perché mere, e per castelli in aria. L'anima
Good. Pause that for just a second. Good. Yeah. So l'anima milionaria. So after that, then you don't hold that ria too long. You need time to set up for the next thing, right? So you kind of have to rob Peter to pay Paul. Okay, you have to. It's more important the onset of the next phrase than holding out the previous phrase, right? So cut off a little bit shorter and then breathe in and do this kind of quick inhalation, this explosive inhalation to get prepped for that talor. Okay, because this is a hard section right here, and so you need to be prepped. If you're not prepped with your support, then that section is going to be insanely difficult. Okay, let's do this again from In povertà mi allieta. Right there.
Probably need to go
in aria.
Okay.
Same thing. Don't hold on it too long.
In povertà mia lenta, sciala la gran Signore, rimettini in amore, per sogni e perché bene, e per castelli in aria. L'anima mia
One thing before we go on to the high C.
Hold on, let me pause it. Okay.
Yeah. One thing before we go to the high C. Ruban tutti gioielli. Gioielli. Not gioielli. I think you're putting an extra L in there. Gioielli. Gioielli. Okay. Ruban tutti gioielli. Right there. Okay. Good. Now, yeah. So, mai lo furto non m'accora. Still have to support this area and get grounded. And then I know it's exhausting. This is like, after singing all these high notes and these high passages, difficult stuff, then you have to hit this home run, hit this out of the park, right? This is a very difficult thing to do. So you have to get prepared with your support. You have to maybe give a little bit more on the C, more support. You don't have to necessarily drive it, right? If you undersing it, it's not going to be there. If you oversing it, it's not going to be there. The window of getting that high C right is very small, right? Yeah. Other notes below that, the window gets much, much wider, right? You have a little bit of wiggle room, but this one, you have to get it just right, okay? And, okay, let's try it again from, dion, dun, 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 poiché. Let's do it from there. Okay. Let's work on this ending, right? So when you do this, chi siete? Yeah, when you go on siete, when you get to the note, you don't have to linger on that lower note. You don't have to go siete. Yeah, once you get to the note, then
Go
you can
right
do
to
the
the
te.
te.
Yeah,
Okay.
siete, like that. Okay, and then yeah, support this these first two lines sotto voce if you want. Perché mi conoscete, but they need to be supported a ton, right?
Yeah.
Parlate voi. And then when you get to this de parlate chi siete, stentando, it says, con anima stentando, right? Stentorian. It's very declamatory, okay? De parlate chi siete. And then right here, you can do another sotto voce. Vi piaccia dir. Okay. Let's do orche.
Okay, let me see if I'm in the right spot. Well, let me back up a little bit here.
Okay. Very nice. Very nice.
Doing this sotto voce, not only does it take a lot of support, even with the support, it feels like it takes a lot of air.
Totally.
You know?
Yeah, for sure.
Like actually, the guy I watch, he actually takes a breath before deer, so he can hold it out longer. Mi piaccia dir. I was like, oh wow, he's taking a breath there.
Yeah.
We've been lied to.
Oh,
this is the worst I've ever seen it.
It moved on to the next video.
You've been lied to.
Yeah.
Tony Robbins.
Yeah, I guess it's Tony Robbins.
I recognize that voice, right?
Yeah, he's wearing like a Lucky Brand hat. It's kind of weird.
Very, very good. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so I know there's a lot of difficult things in this piece. Lots of high notes, high C at the end, and this sotto voce stuff. You know, at the end, it's. I mean.
Yeah.
Very, very difficult to just rock it.
It's always been hard after that C to like get that placement again, you know, just like
exactly, because you've been like revved up to sixth gear, then it's now you have to like be you know, go do sotto voce, and it's just like it's like a totally different mechanism, right? Yeah, exactly. Very, very nice. Let's work on this C again. Actually, that C the time before was very, very good. Okay, that was very, very nice. I liked that.
I've done the C so many times, I almost have the spot memorized.
Exactly. You memorize the sensation. That's exactly right. 100%. Yeah. Sotto voce. Mi piaccia dir. 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 Mi piaccia dir much better. So yeah, same thing on this siete. Don't hang out on that low F. Siete. Right as you go down to that, do that te. Okay. Do that for me, just a cappella. Te parlate. And then you can, you don't have to take a breath here on after de parlate. Okay. I would just go, de parlate chi siete. Like that. Okay. Try that for me.
De parlate. No, I took a breath. De parlate chi siete.
You still like to hang out on that last.
Yeah.
See, yeah. I know it's
I
hard.
also want to hang out on the key a little bit, and you're doing it much faster than me.
Yeah, exactly. Chi siete, because it's like
Chi siete. Chi
yeah,
siete.
exactly. Chi means who, and siete means are.
Yeah.
Who are you?
Yeah.
Right? And
Yep.
de parlate is like, come on, tell me who you are. Speak. Who are you? Right? De parlate, chi siete. Okay. And it's yeah. Look at it. There's like an accent on every single one of those. De parlate chi siete. Right? Like that.
Yeah, it's very marcato right
It's
there.
very marcato. Yeah, yeah. Try that for me.
De parlate chi siete.
Yeah, exactly. I like the marcato.
Parlate chi siete. Ah!
Siete. Yeah, as soon as you get to the F, siete, then you do the te. Okay. Do that for me, just going siete.
Okay. Siete.
There you go.
Siete.
Exactly. Now do vibrato through the glissando or the portamento.
Siete.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. Okay. Do that again without a breath between it. De parlate chi siete.
De parlate chi siete.
Beautiful. Exactly. Exactly. That's beautiful. Okay. It's just a little thing, but it's just stylistically, it sounds better. Right? It sounds right when you do that. Okay. Very nice. Very, very nice. Okay. And that C was great.
Yeah.
Okay. The C was great. Fantastic. And it's
I like
interesting.
what it's
Yeah.
a little bit psychological because like I won't get the C,
Mm-hmm.
and then suddenly I get stuck in this place where I'm like, okay, I didn't get the C, so you just gotta blast it. Like you gotta bring more or something like that. It's like the classic crutch for singers, right?
Exactly.
Like I'm not hitting that note, so I'm just gonna scream it. Essentially, right?
You do. Yeah.
Or
And you have to
something.
have a little bit of trust.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. And hope. Right? And this
Yeah,
is what this
also true. Yeah.
right. This is you know what speranza means? It means hope.
It means hope. Yeah.
It means hope, right? And so you have to have lots of hope that you're going to hit this high C. Right? Yes.
Yeah.
And like in Nessun Dorma, the high note at the end is vincerò, right? I will be victorious, right?
Yeah.
And so you have to be in that frame of mind, like, I'm going to rock this high B, okay? I'm going to be victorious over this high B, right? And that, it is a frame of mind, right? A lot of singing is psychological. And it's like, if you're scared of the high note, like, oh crap, I hope this goes well. I don't know. I'm not feeling it, right? It usually doesn't work out. But if you're like, okay, I've got this. I'm doing my technique. I'm gonna rock this. And you have much better chance of rocking the high note if you have full confidence.
And for me, I don't know, it kind of like the worst timing because I was rocking it and then I got super sick. And so I lost a lot of that confidence in it.
Totally.
And now I have it sometimes, and then sometimes I screw it up, and then it's like, oh, I'm right back And then it's like, okay, to overcome this, I'm just gonna have to blast it. It's like
Exactly.
this yips. It's like it's like
Exactly.
a sport, like a golfer or something having the yips,
Right.
and you can't make the putt anymore. And
But
then
the good
sometimes then I'll work with you. I'm like, I'm hitting it, and then for a couple days I'll hit it, and then one day I'll just screw it up, and then suddenly I'm like, Smith. And then it's like, how do I get out of this? How do I get there again?
For sure, for sure. It's basically, yeah, once you're feeling 100%, you're not sick anymore,
Yep.
and all of this, the nasal drip and in the swelling and the vocal cords. Once that's gone, and it's back,
Yeah.
then you can start to trust it again, right?
Yeah, and it's been hard to get their trust again because there's some days where it's just easy, and then there's some days where it's a little hard, which is probably was going on before.
Right.
But I had so much trust in it, but now I got this kind of sickness in my head. So when it's not there, it's like, okay, how do I overcome this now? And I start
Totally.
trying to figure out ways, and it's just I don't know. It's frustrating.
Totally, totally. I remember I was sick. I was auditioning in Europe, and I had gotten a couple agents. I had auditions lined up for opera houses, and I got sick, and I got sick for 2 months, and I had to cancel all of my auditions. I could not sing. My voice was hashed. I was coughing incessantly for months, and I just couldn't get better. But then finally, I got better, but my voice was still a mess. And I went to a voice teacher. I was like Humpty Dumpty, right? He put me
Yeah.
back together again, right? That was the miracle, and
Uh,
and then like a few weeks later, after I was like taking voice lessons again with him, and he put me back together, I started auditioning again, and then I got my first job, and I was like, yes, yes. I just thought, is this gonna last forever? Am I gonna,
what? Is
you
my
know,
career over?
is
Am
my
I
career
done?
over? Right? Exactly. I know, but I hate being sick. It's the worst, right?
Yep.
And these top notes are the most vulnerable, right? Your upper range is the first to go usually when you're sick.
Yeah.
But you're sounding fantastic now. Okay,
Yeah.
sounding great. I love that you're getting up there and you're feeling it, right? Don't undersing it. I would say don't overblast it, but I don't think you have the propensity to overblast. I don't think you and do excessive force on it.
I only do it when I feel like the confidence is gone, and then it's like, okay, make up for it.
Right.
And then what will happen is I can overblast and get the C, like I
Right.
said, and then now the C sounds great, but when I come off of it, I'm crack.
Then you crack.
Just cracks.
Exactly,
Yeah,
because
right.
there's so much
It's
pressure
yeah,
on the
there's so much
C.
pressure, and it takes so much support to come off of it. You just can't. You just can't. There's
Exactly.
not enough support in the world to come off of it when I'm putting that much pressure.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
you can
Uh,
do that if I wasn't having to come off it. Like if it was the big ending,
Yeah,
all I had
yeah,
to
yeah.
do was offset. you know?
Feel a sense of freedom in the voice when you get onto the C?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a high. It's a high.
Yeah.
It honestly
Exactly.
is like, oh my gosh, it's there. This sounds so wonderful.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
very thrilling to sing a high C when
Yeah.
it's
No,
right. Right.
it feels great. It feels easy. It's like,
Yeah.
why was I ever worried when I'm doing
Exactly.
it?
Exactly. Well, believe me,
A little
a
frustrating.
lot of people are worried, right?
Yeah.
When they're
Yeah.
singing. And you know what? Pavarotti is the king of high Cs. His
Mhm.
high C was better than anybody else's, and he sang this song like better than anybody else, I think. And it was so beautiful. But even he at times was, he wasn't perfect. He's not a god. He's the
No.
king, right?
Yeah.
He's made mistakes vocally as well.
Yeah.
So there are a couple recordings on YouTube of him singing high C, and they're kind of subpar, and he
Yeah.
kind of wavered a little bit, right?
Mhm.
And there were times where at La Scala they booed him because his high notes were bad,
Oh,
right?
really?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
I would never dare boo that guy.
Oh, that's because you're American, okay?
Yeah,
Europeans,
true.
okay, or
No,
Italians.
You're right. You're right. When we were touring in Europe, we do these great performances and never got a standing ovation.
Exactly.
But we had to be like, but Europeans don't give standing ovations, you know.
Right.
They don't.
Unless
It's
they're
got to be
just
something amazing.
exactly,
And
exactly,
it's not just that I'm an American; it's also that I'm a Utahn.
exactly,
Utahns will give a
exactly.
standing ovation for nothing.
For anything, exactly. You saying
It's
Mary
almost
had a
like,
little lamb? Dang, you're
yeah,
standing ovation.
Utahns do it because, you know, I don't know, we're nice. The song's over, we do it. It's almost like we have to now.
Do you
Like
know what
it's not
always
good
gets
enough
us?
to clap. You got to stand.
Do you know what always gets a standing ovation? Richard Wagner operas. Because they're
Oh yeah.
5 hours long. No one wants to stand or keep sitting down for after 5 hours. Okay?
Like, I gotta
They need to
stand.
stand up.
You find out that King George didn't really like the Hallelujah chorus that much. He just had to stand.
Exactly. It's like, oh my gosh,
I
I've been
just need a
sitting
break.
for like 2 hours.
I actually don't like it, but I just had to stand up.
Oh, very, very good.